All right, listen up. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is the ILSC NV600C research report. This is your quick start guide. Everything you need to know to absolutely nail this assignment. Okay, first things first, let's talk about the stakes. See this number, 60%? That's not just a number, right? That is the weight of this mission. It's a whopping 60% of your entire module grade. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. And here's how long your mission report needs to be. 1,500 words. That's your target. It's not crazy long, but it's not short either. The point is, every single word has to count. So what is this mission exactly? Well, your main goal is to create a research report. But what does that even mean for this class? Let's get into it. So at its heart, a research report means you're diving into academic sources. Things like journal articles, proper books. But here's the crucial part, and you really got to get this. It's not just about listing facts. It's about taking that evidence and blending it with your own thinking, your own analysis, to create something totally new. And this right here is probably the most important thing to remember. This is not a book report. You're not just summarizing what a bunch of other people have already said. It's all about synthesis. It's about grabbing different pieces of evidence from different places, seeing how they connect, maybe even arguing with them a little, and then building your own argument on top of that foundation. That's the real challenge here. Okay, so every mission needs a target, and the cool thing here is you get to pick your own. You've got 3 different research paths to choose from. Let's check out the options. First up, you could dive into the digital economy. This one is huge. You'll be looking at all the promises of how it makes things more efficient, but you'll also dig into the dangers. You'll explore this idea of worked intelligence and really ask the tough question, are all these tech shifts actually making society better for everyone? Option 2, and this is a really hot topic right now, cryptocurrency. This path is super practical. You're going to investigate the massive risks versus the potential rewards. And a key part of this, you have to analyze that insane price volatility. And it doesn't stop there. You're also expected to come up with some solid recommendations. And your third option, path number 3, gets into a really fascinating, more human-focused area, emotional intelligence, or EQ, but specifically in the tech world. You'll be trying to figure out why so many big tech projects, information systems development projects, end up failing. Could it be that the human element, or the lack of it, is the real reason? All right, so once you've picked your path, you need the blueprint for how to build your report. There's a very specific structure you have to follow. Trust me, sticking to this blueprint is absolutely essential for mission success. So here it is, the step-by-step plan. See how it flows? You start with your title and a table of contents. Pretty standard. Then your introduction, where you set the scene. Next, the main body. This is where you lay out all the evidence you found. And that leads you right into the real heart of your report, the discussion and analysis. This is where you make your case. Finally, you wrap it all up with conclusions and, of course, your references. See? Each step builds on the last one. It's super logical. Now, this slide, this is probably the most important distinction you need to understand for this whole assignment. Think of it like this. The main body is all about what the experts say. But the discussion section, that's about what you think about what those experts are saying. This is where you get to interpret everything, critique it, and build your own argument. This is where that synthesis we talked about actually happens. Okay, so you've picked your topic, you've built your rapport following the blueprint. Now, how is all your hard work going to be judged? Let's take a look at the marking criteria. Just look at this breakdown. It's split perfectly, 4 ways. Each area is worth exactly 25%. What does that tell you? It means there are no shortcuts, right? You can't just have great ideas and write poorly, or have perfect grammar but weak research. You've got to bring your A game to every single part of this. So what do these categories actually mean? Task response and criticality is basically, did you answer the question and did you think about it deeply? Structure and organization. Is your report easy to follow? Does it make sense? Use of sources is all about your research skills. Did you find good academic sources and use them well? And finally, language and coherence. Is your writing clear, academic, and free of errors? Simple as that. All right, we are almost done with this briefing. We've just got to cover the final, most critical piece of intelligence, the deadline. And then I've got one last piece of advice for you. Here it is. Burn this into your brain. Monday, week 12. That's it. That is your final submission date. No ifs, ands, or buts. And just so we are 100% clear on this, that deadline is non-negotiable. It is set in stone. If you submit late, your marks will be capped. There is zero wiggle room on this. Seriously, timely delivery is a huge part of this mission. And finally, here's maybe the best piece of advice I can give you. When you're picking your topic, choose the one you are genuinely, truly curious about. Because that curiosity, it's like rocket fuel. It's what's going to push you through the late nights of research and actually make this whole process interesting, maybe even fun. So I'm going to leave you with this question as you head out to start your mission. Think about those 3 paths again: the digital economy, cryptocurrency, emotional intelligence. Which one of those actually sparks something for you? Which one makes you go, I actually want to know more about that? Your mission starts right now.